Hi everyone, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation. We're on a mission to banish poverty, and we've been around about 5 years, just a little over 5 years, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come, not just a few weeks, months or years, generations. We are now expanding our economy, and that hopefully will improve the liquidity and value of our currency, benefiting all our citizens. And anybody can become a citizen and receive our currency free every month. There's no fee, there's no obligation. You just come along and register, and that's it. You become a citizen just as easily as that. Lots of things that you can get involved in if you choose, but they are all at your option. We are also a non-separatist organisation. That means we don't separate people into groups based on what they look like, what their gender is, where they're from, how much money they've got or not got, or anything else. We just see everybody as a human being, part of one big family of humanity, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community. And we'll have that affirmation to help us with that in a moment after our opening prayer, which is there to help us find true happiness in life. Not short-term pleasure, that's good as well, but to have that peace of mind where you're contented all the time and happy with the way things are going. And that is something that you can't buy. You can only get that through loving service to others. And the great thing about being of loving service to others is that it attracts into your life everything else that you want and need. So, it's a great way. In fact, it's the best way to live your life. So we'll have that prayer and affirmation in just a moment, but let me welcome you, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. All our events are recorded because we understand that 7 p.m. London time just isn't convenient for everybody. And so you can still catch up on what's been going on by watching the recordings at a time that suits you. And you'll find them in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly, and also in our YouTube channel. The great advantage of being here live, of course, is that you can pop comments in the chat section, let people know where you're from and how long you've been involved and what you like about We Share Abundance. And you can ask any questions and we'll do our best to answer them. But let's get started now with a little short prayer and affirmation, and then I'll bring you up to date with what's been going on today. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, bless each member that they may find the joy of service, and through service attract true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. In our little affirmation, we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Excuse me. Little tickle I felt coming on. Okay. Right, let's have a look at who we've got here. You can see the people that are in our link here. Only a few. There's Lewis from Portugal, Werner from South Africa, Maya from the southeast of England, Norman from Doncaster in England. But we've also got people that are in watching because we're streaming live on YouTube and Portugal, YouTube and Facebook, hopefully. So let's have a look. We've got Ramachandra in from Watford in England. We've got Ron from Amsterdam in Holland. We've got Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. We've got Rhonda. I've not seen you for a while. Can't remember where you're from, Rhonda. But welcome anyway. Got Yakubu in from Nigeria. Bozina from Edinburgh in Scotland. We've got Rhonda saying amen and Deborah saying amen as well. Okay, and I'm sure we'll be joined by a few more people, but they'll have to watch the replay because we're pretty much on time today. So the big news, of course, is we've got the ShareHope migration completed. Now, it won't fully populate until we run the matrix updates on the 27th, which is Sunday. I still haven't found out what time we're going to do that, but I'll be spending time with Vishal tomorrow, because when we checked it, there was an issue on the withdrawals. I found there was a bit of a bug there. So we've suspended any withdrawals from ShareHope at the moment. Hopefully we'll get it all sorted out tomorrow, and they'll be back available for you. I hope you like the back office. There are things that we've still not put in there. The pay it forward function isn't in there yet. The you can't view your downline in there yet. One or two things, but I think for the most part, it'll be easier, and I think hopefully you're finding it easier to understand than the old one. And of course, it's going to move you much faster through the levels in the ranking, which will mean that you're creating more liquidity for withdrawals from your ShareHope wallet. You don't have to be a paid member to refer people. You can refer people and benefit from the referral commission, even if you're a free member. But you need to be a paid member to get up the ranking. And it's only $12 a month, or, well, it's actually $130 for a year. But you can spread that over a 12-month period at $12 a month. And after that, you will be in profit. And if you're not in profit, we'll make sure that we at least make up your income to cover your fees ongoing until you are making sufficient to cover your fees and be in profit. It will vary for different people. People that are active in building their network within the ShareHope Powerline plan can very, very quickly move through the matrix and complete it. For people that are 100% passive and don't want to do anything, you've just got to be patient. It may take quite a while to fill your matrix. It may take several years, but you'll be making money along the way. And it's a real no-brainer, really, for $130. Now, I see we've got Richard in as well from Devon, and Maureen from London joined us. Richard was here. He's disappeared. He's back again. Okay. So let's have a quick look in here, because I think we've got more people in as well. We've got Bozina from Slovenia, Derek from Wado City, Nigeria. Rhonda says she's from California. Thank you. I should have remembered, but I didn't. And we've got Anthony in from Manchester. I think we know him as Kingsley usually. I don't know what his name is, but I know we always used to call him Kingsley. He had Kingsley as part of his name. But anyway, we'll call him Anthony, we'll call him whatever. He's a long-standing member and very welcome always, as you all are. So that's the big thing. We've been working on that. Devyani's been ploughing away through tickets, particularly today focused on withdrawals and finding the reason why some withdrawals weren't completing as they should. And I think she's got all those sorted out now. There is still an issue with somehow, if you try and request more than $999, it doesn't go through. And we don't know why, because we didn't code anything in for that. It's certainly not the blockchain or the wallets or anything like that. So it must be in our coding somewhere, but we don't know where. Devyani is going to be looking for it tomorrow. But what I want, I mean, okay, if you want to withdraw 2,000, you're just going to have to make two $999 withdrawals until we get it sorted out, and so on. But the withdrawals are working, and I think we've resolved the issues on why some people were not getting it processed. And I think hopefully it is sorted out now. We have had issues since we moved to the new hosting with callbacks getting through to our system, not just for withdrawals, but also for KYC and payments in and all sorts of things. Payments in, even using third party, you know, like coin payments that always work really well. But we are constantly working on it and trying to get it all sorted out. It'll maybe take a while, it'll maybe happen very quickly, but we'll be working on it until we get it sorted. We've got Nankiep just joined us from Nigeria as well. But the success blueprint is what Devyani, I want her to get a few things sorted out there. The way that you see your downline in the success blueprint, I think it's better the way that we've got it in the ShareHope plan. And if we have it in the same format for all the different programs that we have, I think it would be beneficial. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on it in the success blueprint, and that will be in the same format as the ShareHope plan. You'll be able to see your downline a bit easier. You'll also be able to see how many personal referrals you've got that are active and things like this. There's admin information both in the ShareHope and the Success Blueprint that isn't currently available, that we will be adding, and it is stuff that is needed, but it won't affect you and what you see. It'll affect the fact that you probably won't get numbers each day. We did them on the 22nd. We missed it yesterday and we're going to miss it today, but we should have them again tomorrow. Now tomorrow I have to make my, it's about once a month, little trip to get dog food for my pal Cody. And that takes a few hours because we have to drive to a place where we pick it up and get it and then come back. So I may not be available for the, well, I won't be available for the same amount of time as I usually am tomorrow. And then next week, there are things on of a personal matter that we need to attend to. And I'm not quite sure how that's going to affect everything time-wise from my point of view. But that I'll let you know more about that over the weekend and Monday. The Fun Miracles, I've just not found time today to do anything with that. So most of the members still don't know about it. Only you guys that are on the call or watch the replays even know about it. So we will get onto the testing for it over the weekend. There are one or two things there that I need to straighten out with Devyani and also with the developers for the game. I can't think of anything else that we've been doing today. Seem to have been busy all day, but doesn't seem much when you sum it up like that, does it? But anyway, we will be going. I just sent another batch of traffic as well to the robot for the turnkey cash cow people. We'll see how that traffic does. I'm not too optimistic about the latest traffic, but one of the traffic sources that we used initially has come up rather well. So I'm going to use a bit more of that. That's in fact, the two of them didn't do too badly. I think we got about 12% sign up rate from the traffic. That's not email sign-ups, that is people signing up into We Share Abundance. Now, unfortunately, from the way that we make payments and everything in We Share Abundance, it's not easy to track what people have done in there. So sometime in the future, when we have spare time, we'll be doing something a little bit different on those, so that when somebody joins a plan, we'll be able to track it better. At the moment, really, we can only track that people have got into their back office. You know, we know if somebody's joined, filled it, you know, gone to the page to register, and then we know if people have actually registered and accessed their what's it called, the back end thing, the dashboard. But we don't really know what they've done beyond there. So it's still a bit hazy, but that is because of our system rather than the tracking software. We need to build some extra features, if you like, into the back end. They won't affect you as a member, but they will mean that we can track things better and see what people are doing and how many people that join take up the bundle offer and how many people that join take up Success Blueprint and things like this. At the moment, as I say, all we can do is track how many people actually sign up for We Share Abundance. And as I say, it's about 12%, which is pretty good. We can get it better, but it's probably a little bit over average. We're getting 12.8%, I think, actually, and the average is probably around about 10. But we can get it better than that, I'm sure. So we will be working on that constantly and getting things happening in the Cash Cow program. It's going to take a little while for those people that we get signed up and get allocated to the members to get into the program and start working their way through things. But the email follow-ups that they'll be receiving as well, it should help in that, you know, just jollying them along a bit to get involved in various programs. There's no reason really why all our members shouldn't get into everything, but it's optional, it's up to them. But it's very, very inexpensive. And in fact, if you get in the Success Blueprint and you've got a little bit of a good work attitude and ambition, then it'll build all the programs for you anyway. You only need to join the Success Blueprint, but no good joining it and thinking you're going to succeed as a passive member, because it's not built that way. It's built for people that are going to actually do something and generate at least 3 people and help those 3 people generate 3 people and so on. If you don't get 3 people, it doesn't matter if your matrix is maxed out, you don't benefit, because the benefits are withheld until you've got 3 personal referrals, and you need them anyway to be following you into these other plans. If your matrix is filled by spillover, it doesn't really help you, because they're not your referrals, they're not really your team. They're filling your matrix in the success blueprint, but that's not achieving anything for you. You've got to have people that you've introduced building their team to build your teams in all the different programs to reap the benefits. There's a lot of stuff I've got, well, I can't say prepared, but listed is a better way of doing it, really, that is going to go into the training area there to help people with that success blueprint. But you have to have the will and the determination and the persistence to do it. You know, you can read a book on how to lose weight, and it might be the best book in the world on how to lose weight, but unless you do what it tells you, you're not going to lose your weight. So it's the same with that success blueprint. It is extremely powerful, and you've only got to learn how to build a team, which is a simple process, but it's something that most of you haven't done before. And when you haven't done something before, it can sometimes seem daunting, but once you know how to do it, you think, wonder why I struggled with this. It really is very easy and very simple, and it is. But you have to adopt the right attitude for it. We've got Peter in from the Cameroon as well. So that really covers the updates, folks. I can't see any questions coming in about anything. So presumably the back office in ShareHope is fairly self-explanatory. One of the things you don't need to worry or panic about being active in the next month. If you're in there now showing as, well, showing as paid up until the 27th, it means you'll be in the matrix when it runs. And then you've got until the 27th of next month to make sure that you remain active. Now, if you've got funds already in your deposit account that it'll just take out to pay your subscription, it'll do it, so you don't need to worry about it. But it doesn't matter what day you pay, what date you pay in that period from the 28th of this month to the 27th of next month. It just counts as a payment for that month, whether you pay it on the 28th of April or whether you pay it on the 27th of May. It just simply counts as a payment for that month period. So don't panic about things. It's a lot easier to manage than it was in the old system. It's not all about, you know, I joined on this date and it's going to expire on that date, and you know that won't happen in the new system. We've got Rhonda saying, will I get myself confused? What about where you live? Because that's the only thing you popped in apart from hi. We got Gary saying, in We Share Abundance and the ShareHope website, different. The ShareHope plan is within We Share Abundance. I'm not quite sure by what you mean. Is it different? it's all part of We Share Abundance. Your We Share Abundance network team is the same team in Share Hope plan. It's all part and parcel of the same thing. We split it into different sections and things so that it makes it easier for you to see what's going on. But it's all part and parcel. It's all under the We Share Abundance umbrella, as indeed is the Fund Miracles site. One thing about payments as well, I don't know whether you are interested in Vibe or not. You should be, because it's an amazingly profitable compensation plan. It really is. If you're prepared to put in a little bit of effort to build a network in that Vibe compensation plan, you'll make more money than you could possibly make in any other plan I've ever seen, and that includes anything that we've got. Share Hope is powerful in a similar way, but with it being such a small cost for the Share Hope, you're never going to make $1 million a month from Share Hope. Well, you could in theory if you introduced an awful lot of people, but you wouldn't need to introduce an awful lot of people. Let's just leave it at that. You can make $1 million a month in the Vibe program by introducing 7 people, possibly even less, but 7 people that find 3 people each, and you round about $1 million. I think it's just over $1 million. I can't remember the figures offhand, and there aren't many plans where you can do that. So if you're not interested in Vibe, I just don't understand why from that point of view. I think you may find it difficult to build Vibe directly using just purely the Vibe plan, but if you build it through the Success Blueprint, it's a piece of cake really compared to anything else. And where else can you pay $12.50 a month, find 3 people and help them find 3 and make over $1 million a month? Certainly very quickly you can make over $100,000 a month from the We Share Abundance plans plus Vibe. Very quickly get over $100,000 a month, and that is over $1 million a year. You know, with Vibe you can really push the limits and easily, well, I say easily, with effort and consistency, you can get to $1 million a month and more, which you can't really do with the plans in We Share Abundance, because, as I say, you know, you've got to have an awful lot of leverage to leverage, you know, $10 and $12 and this sort of thing into that sort of income. But when you're leveraging $250, it's a lot easier. Okay. What I was going to tell you there was, I don't know whether you were on the call today, but if you're interested in Vibe, you should get on the calls. They have one at 5 o'clock London time and one at 1 a.m. London time when I'm in bed. But on the call today, they've got new dates for things. You can pay your $25 now up to the, I made a note, just a minute. Up to April the 28th. Okay, so you've got a bit of an extension. It was supposed to end today, but you've got an extra 4 days. So you can pay that 25 up to April the 28th. Now then, sometime between the 29th and the 30th, any commissions that you've earned will be released and usable. And then you can prepay for any of the plans, and you can prepay for any of the plans up to May the 4th. And what you prepay up to May the 4th is going to create your income initially. That is going to be when a lot of people are going to make an awful lot of money when they run the matrix on or after May the 4th, provided the dates don't change again. But I think these are pretty more solid. So May the 4th, you can get a package up to May the 4th. You need 160 points, so you need to either sell $160 worth of Vibe products or buy them. And if you want to go a bit further, I would recommend that you get at least 500 points, which is either selling 2 of their legend packages or buying 1 and selling 1. Now, if you're in the Success Blueprint and you've been working as you should have been, which most people don't and haven't, and that is normal. Okay, it's people say, oh yeah, I want it, but they don't want it enough to do it. But there will be people in the Success Blueprint that have done it and will have the funds available to buy that package, that legend package, without putting the hand in the pocket. And you've still got time now to get your 3927 to have that by May the 4th. You've got 10 days. In 10 days, you can, in 10 days, if you really went about it in the right way, you could do a lot more than 3927 in the Success Blueprint. It's only $12.50 per person per month. And you need to really get to work on it if you want to benefit from that first matrix run, which will see a lot of people earning substantial amounts. What happens after that, we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, those are the important dates. 28th to pay you $25 if you've not already paid it. And then the 4th of May, up to the 4th of May, to get one of your packages, or sell enough. You've got to have 160 points. You've got to have either sold a package or bought a package or packages to get to that point level. Okay, let's see if we got any more questions. I can only log into We Share Abundance, not the ShareHope site. You should be able to log in. It's the same password. The only difference is, I think, in the ShareHope site, you've got to use your username, not your email. To log into We Share Abundance, you use your email address, not your username. In time, we will get that sorted out so that it can be either or. But at the moment, you've got to use your email address and password to log into We Share Abundance, your username and password to log into ShareHope. Okay. I purchased Success Blueprint and the bundle pack, just getting my head around everything. Yeah, don't spend too long getting your head around things. The more you think about things, the less activity you take. It's very easy, you know. When I first got involved in sales, in a direct sales way, selling insurance, knocking on doors, it's very easy to drive to the area that you've decided you're going to work in and sit in the car, shuffling your papers, making sure you've got everything in order and putting it all right and getting your briefcase sorted out and making sure you look right and And you know, the longer you sit in the car, the less inclined you are to get out of it and get onto your first door and knock on it. If you want the best advice, you've got to treat it in the same way that I used to treat it when I was knocking on doors. I'd say, okay, where am I going to work? I'm going to work and I'm going to start in this street. I'm going to drive there, park in that street. And before I set off, I got my papers, my briefcase, it was all set out. And then when I got to that street, I wouldn't even think about anything. I would grab my briefcase, take my keys, lock the car, run up the first driveway and knock on the door without thinking. The more you think, the less likely you are to do it. And I know a lot of people say, well, I want to know what it's about. I want to know how to do it. I want all the I's dotted and the T's crossed before I talk to people. It's not the right way to do it. The right way is to talk to people and worry about whether your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed afterwards, because you'll pick up the dots and the crosses, forgotten what they're called now. There's a little name for the, it's escaped me. It's called a tipple or something like that. No, that's a tipple, isn't it? Anyway, that's beside the point. Just get out there and do it. Don't spend a lot of time thinking. When you're not in the activity mode, okay, you're saying, okay, this is my hour, I'm going to work and I'm going to get out there and I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to engage people on Facebook, I'm going to say, oh, you're live on Facebook, hi, I don't know how we met. Get into a conversation with them. What are you doing? How are you doing? What do you do for a living? And they're going to tell you, and they're going to ask you, because you've got into that conversation. They're going to say, what do you do? You say, oh, I do this. And there's lots of ways that you can introduce it. And there's a load of those, which I'm going to give you in the training section. But get out there and do it, and just think on your feet. Don't worry about it beforehand, because the more you think about it, the more you try and plan for every situation, the less likely you are to actually do anything. You've got to just jump out of the car and run up the drive and knock on the door. And if you do that, you will find that it's easier and you'll get into the habit of doing it and you'll do it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn all you can about everything, but do that outside that hour that you set on one side to be effective. Find an extra half hour, read a book before you go to bed. Switch the goggle box off and throw it in the dustbin, and instead of watching whatever's on there, I don't even know what's on because I've got one there and it's not even plugged in. Don't waste your time, you know. Waste your money by all means, because you can always make more money. Don't waste your time. You can't make more time. So set 1 hour on one side for being effective and just say, okay, this is my hour. I'm starting now, and get out there and do something. Even if it's knocking on doors, even if it's walking down the street, talking to people, going to the pub and saying, anybody here interested in what I've got? You know, it sounds crazy, but just do something. Do something. Just get out there and start doing what you need to do. And don't worry about the results. The results will happen in time. Don't worry about being a fool, being foolish. If people laugh at you, that's great. You've made somebody happy. You know, I can assure you, you'll have the last laugh, provided you persist and get out there and do it. But don't get bogged down in looking for the answers. Just get out there and do it. You'll find the answers. Right, where are we? Norman says he's got to run, so Norman's disappeared. I don't know where he's off to, but okay. I don't see any marketing materials in back office. Okay, if you can't find them, make your own. Don't make excuses. Make contact with people. All you need, the only marketing thing you need is your affiliate link. That's it. Nothing else you need. Okay. You need your affiliate link, and you need to get it into the hands of other people. But there will be additional things, not necessarily. What do you mean by marketing material? Pre-written swipes for emails and things like that, banners. Yeah, we will in time produce those things. But most people that are successful don't do an awful lot of banner advertising. They don't do an awful lot of using a pre-written swipe. They'll write their own because every business is about people. It's not about the product. It's not about the income. It's not about anything else. It's about people. And you've got to have that connection with people. And how you do that will differ for everybody. No matter who you are, you'll do it a different way to somebody else. And you've got to find a way that works for you. And it's just about getting out there and sharing your affiliate link with people. Now, how you do it is up to you. And you will find that some ways are more effective than others. But I'll tell you what, the most effective way is face-to-face. Okay, the more you can get in front of people and talk to them, the more success you'll have. And you don't have to be there in physical. You don't have to knock on their door and get into their house. You can do it on the phone. You can do it through Zoom calls, or you can do it through whatever. But you need to make that contact, and you need to follow it up and build a relationship with the people. Because that is what business is about. It's about relationships. It's not about the product. It's not about the service. Of course, those are important things. But the bottom line is it's down to the relationship that you build with other people. Okay. But yeah, we will be providing more things, but don't rely on them. They may help you. The things that we've been building for a while, that'll help, but they won't do it for you. Nothing will do it for you. There isn't a system. There isn't, people talk about AI and how wonderful it is and how it's going to make everything so easy. And it isn't. AI won't do it for you. A system won't do it for you. Your sponsor won't do it for you. The only person that can do it for you is you, and you are unique, and you'll do it in your own unique way. There are guidelines you can follow, but you will find your own way around it. Okay, and we got Sam in from Nigeria, but he's in just in time for me to say goodbye. Okay, so watch the replay. I will be here tomorrow, 7 p.m. in our link, YouTube and Facebook, hopefully. We'll see where we are with things then. We may have the withdrawals back in the ShareHelp. But we'll be working on all sorts of things, making things better and easier for you to understand and see what's going on in your business. But building your business, just do it. Don't spend a lot of time planning. Get out there. The planning will take care of itself. The more action you take, the more you'll learn. The more you learn, the better you'll be. God bless you all. See you all tomorrow, hopefully. And until then, make sure you've shared your link with a lot of people. Okay, that's all it's about. Very, very simple. You may not find it easy at the beginning, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. God bless.